Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 46 of the road to 2K on chess.com. Today, we are sitting at 1863, and our opponent is an 1853 from India. Our opponent is starting with g3. So g3, obviously, they're going to go for this fianchettoed setup. So I'm just going to play knight to f6. And after bishop g2, I'm looking at d5. And maybe we transpose to like a Catalan-esque setup. I have been trying to look at maybe some King's Indian defense lines. I just don't know enough about them to be super comfortable in them, but I also am not super comfortable with d5. So maybe that does come out. d5, we grab the center space. Maybe then we play maybe even d5 c4 or d5 c5. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for d5. And I kind of expect d4. Then maybe we play c5. And go for this almost like reverse Queen's Gambit-ish setup. Now, d3 is interesting. I don't fully know what they're going for. So I'm just going to play c5. This is now a little bit weak. The knight comes out. Let's bring our knight out to c6. And already, our opponent has a lot of dark square weaknesses. And it looks like they're going to go for a double fianchetto setup. I never know what to do in these situations. Bishop f5 feels like it just runs into e4 ideas. So maybe we bring the bishop. I don't like g4 either. But e6 and the light square bishop is kind of trapped in here. Maybe we come out, bishop g4. And if our opponent wants to push and waste tempo, that's fine. We'll follow that up. Yep. So we're going to go straight back, bishop h5. This bishop comes out. Let's play e6. Gain our dark square bishop ready to go. And then knight comes to d2. I kind of like ideas like queen to c7. So I'm going to do just that, queen to c7. And then I'll play bishop to d6. Our opponent castles. Let's go ahead. Let's play bishop to d6. And this is just a super weird setup. And our opponent does lash out with e4. So I can't allow e5 right away. This knight is now pinned. If takes, knight takes. Well, if pawn takes, what do we do? If takes and pawn takes, we might have bishop to e5. We can castle, actually. Well, castles, push, takes, bishop takes, knight takes, queen takes. So I think we're going to long castle here, actually. Take a little bit of a risk. Maybe not our best move, but definitely. I don't think it feels bad, is really what I guess I'm trying to say. And all of our pieces look like they're ready to come into the attack. So the rook comes over, and now this is now a threat. If takes, queen takes. I don't think we have enough yet. Maybe we play bishop out. Bishop out, pawn takes, knight takes. Bishop out e6, or bishop out c3, I guess. I don't know, very scary. And the rook is going to come in. If we don't. So let's take one. So let's play d captures e4. And our opponent could probably take this knight off. But it does feel like it makes their position very, very weak. And if our opponent goes for takes, or let's say like knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes pawn, rook to g8, then I think we have ideas of sacrificing here. But all in all, it's a very tense position. Our opponent does sack the bishop. They're attacking our rook. If we take here and they take our rook, we take this, and it's a discovered attack, but the bishop is hanging. So maybe takes, 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 queen takes, takes here, and then it is knight, rook, rook for and queen for rook, bishop, knight, and queen. So we do go down the exchange there, so it doesn't quite work. Do we have anything else? What about pawn takes? Oh wait, you can't go there. Okay. So let's snap off. G captures f6. The knight comes in. And now I'm tempted to play bishop to e5, attacking the rook. We also now have ideas of knight to d4. We're defending here. This knight's still pinned. The queen comes in. I'm just going to take the rook in the corner. We could take off another piece. This is obviously a threat. Maybe we take once. Let's bring our... How do I want to do this? Maybe we... Let's maybe attack the knight. And I'm looking at queen to e6 if our opponent jumps in. And I don't see any way that doesn't just win a piece. But there's not like a comfortable square for our opponent to go to here. which is kind of our saving grace in the position. And honestly, I think queen to e5 might be our move anyways. Okay, knight takes pawn, with the idea maybe going here. But if I go here, yeah, let's go queen to e5, forking the two pieces. And maybe I'm missing something, but that seems like a pretty clean way to win material. I'm just not seeing a defensive resource. I don't know, chess is hard. We're still not doing great on time, which is quite unfortunate. But what are you going to do? It's something I'm sure we'll work on and we'll slowly start to improve, but today might not be that day. I mean, I have to imagine you save the rook here, yeah? And then maybe we have ideas like rook to g8, attacking here if our queen ends up on this square because we have this pin. It's also one of the other skills I've been trying to really work on recently is doing these like quicker calculations, trying to make sure I understand what's going on in the position, and really being more effective with my usage of time. Because I have noticed a little bit of a trend, especially since recording the videos, where sometimes I allow my brain to just shut off mid-game. Now, our opponent resigns. I do think we had the win there anyways, so GG's to our opponent. Let's look at the game review. So, in today's game, we played with a 95.3, and our opponent played with an 88. After g3, knight f6, bishop g2, d5 was correct. d3, c5 was also correct. Knight f3, knight c6, b3, bishop g4. Now, it does want an immediate e5, and I guess I can see now that we can take the full center because it's supported by the knight. We missed that, though. After h3, bishop h5, bishop b2, e6, queen c7, bishop d6. And already for me to be in a non-e4 opening and to have a equal position on, move 9, I think is a trend in the right direction for us, especially because we've quite struggled with non-e4 openings. After e4, we long castle, which was wrong. We should have taken, and we did look at taking at least. But after rook e1, we took. Our opponent took here, and we looked for a long time at pawn captures f3, which was not correct. We did find the right move with g captures f3. Our opponent took with the knight. We found bishop to e5, attacking the rook. Queen to d2, so we snap off the exchange. We snap off another piece knowing we're up material. We played f5, and we did look at knight to d4, but we didn't end up playing it ultimately because I didn't like ideas like knight to f6. Now, knight to f6, I can already see just blunders because of this. So if we maybe play out the line knight d4, I'm assuming maybe like bishop g2 is correct. Now we can play f5, and now it's the best move. So we just played the wrong move order, and we didn't quite see the refutation. But instead, f5, knight captures c5, which was correct, taking a pawn. We played queen to e5, and what we saw here was we're attacking the knight, we're attacking the rook. I would have to imagine the best move is maybe something like rook e1 to go here. Now, the engine actually says that in this position, you have to play, let's turn the engine lines back on, bishop captures c6 first. And then I have to imagine queen captures a1 check, king to g2, and pawn captures b6. You do have to be a little bit careful because the queen is going to come in, which is very scary, admittedly. But here, I think I would honestly play something. I can't even play king to c7, which is what I was thinking about. How do we stop? This is a big threat. So actually, if check, I think we run. So maybe we play like, oh gosh, do we just protect? No, protect looks wrong because it looks like mate. What do we do here? Do you play rook to d7 and sack the rook? Rook to d5. Ah, and after check, I would be inclined to play king to c7. It looks like queen captures a7 check, king up, and b4. Or sorry, b4. Okay, I mean, that's a line. I'd say sack, queen takes, then you start running, it's queen versus rook. But alas, we got here, our opponent thought about it, and they ultimately resigned the game on this move. So we moved to 1871, and if I recall, let's actually look. Is that our peak? Oh, it's not our peak. We're one game off peak. Our peak is 1877. So thank you, everyone, for watching. If you have comments on how I played or any tips or advice for me, leave it on down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. And lastly, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss any of my future content. And I will see you guys on the next day.